Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Move it up, fellas. 2, 21.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there.
Go ahead.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Strong right! Hurry up!
The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Rodgers. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a 1st down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And San Francisco gets set to go here. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Here we go. 21. 11.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner first down.
Here we go. 6.
McKinnon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Get him, boy. Four down. Like 20. Like 80. Hurry up.
They run once more with McKinnon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it third down.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Like 20. 20. 12.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Good one, able to haul it in. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Sponge. Hurry up. 56, the mic, boys. 56. Check, 56.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
let's go, let's go. Box it, box it, box it, box it. 319.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out.
Get reset. Hey, easy. Lose 58 to none.
On second down, Montgomery. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Check 13. Check 13. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, right there. 56.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Finds his target, Montgomery. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On second down, here's Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Rodgers now on third down. Looking deep downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Hey, come on, come on. I got you, I got you.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They run it with McKinnon. And some room to maneuver. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. It's a big play there from a big play guy, Jerick McKinnon, 45 yards. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
2. Here we go. 2.
He's going to get it running right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jerick McKinnon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now the Packers get set to go. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
319.
Hey, 17, George, watch 17. 56, the mic, boys, 56. Check, 56.
Hey. Oh, shit.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
319. Over here. Hurry up. 319.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now the 49ers going to take another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow a ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
6.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. And now the Packers going to take another timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. And taken at the 46. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Jerry Atauchu brings him down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Right up. That's fine, yeah.
Banjo.
Hey, check 26. No.
Rodgers to throw on second down. It's caught outright by Graham. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
All right.
And this is the 10th carry for Ty Montgomery. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
Let's go, all right, let's go, come on. Hey.
I got it.
Zoom.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
All right.
Time to go, night. 56 to Mike, boys, 56. Check, 56.
Box it. Let's go, all right, let's go, come on. No.
Rodgers to throw on second down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Earl Mitchell breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
You got three down.
No. Blue 58.
59, Mike.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield.
Check me out. You got 3 down. You got to stand up over there.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more obvious.
And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Kenny Clark in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
Go ahead. Flag! 11. 65.
Garoppolo looks to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Let's go, interception, baby, let's go.
Let's go. Jumbo!
Tight ends on the Ringo.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to get this one all the way out to the 25-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Tight ends right.
Back to north.
4 down, check. 4 down.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Going right.
Rodgers now to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4.
Let's go, come on.
Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. Shifts past him at the 45. Finding some room at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Rodgers hands to Montgomery. And an out. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers eluding the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, we're not going.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot of Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Goodwin. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first.
Here we go. Hurry up. Hurry up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And that one results in 35 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Go ahead. 12. 11.
Now Garoppolo. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
13. White. 11. Hey, go.
Check, go get him.
Garoppolo. Going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drive is reserved to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Here's Rodgers looking to throw on second down. And Graham's got it, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. They give him 12 yards and a first down. 6 seconds now, 5 seconds. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. So Charles are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So for San Francisco, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL.